If it's mine, I'm connected. I don't hustle for acceptance. I was born selected. Black woman blessed, don't play with me. Grace too loud, can't shade with me. You see the glow, that's legacy. Every no built tenacity. I move different, I move prayed up. Not stressed out, I stay paid up. Even when it's easily later. God rewrote it and upgraded us. Crown on tilt when storms get wild. Face still think I'm heaven's child. You can't curse what God is styled or run deep Mississippi mile. I ain't begging for no seat. Table bill when I speak, anoint dripping through the feet. Even my losses taste sweet. Love distracted. Heaven magnet. Sign and seal, counting statue. Grace automatic. If he promised it's established, that's kingdom, that's classic.
Yes, born selected. Born selected. I don't hustle for no seat. I ain't begging for no seat. Amen. Hey, y'all, let's welcome y'all back to the channel. This is Listen Linda, and today's toxic trait of the day. I've started this new thing called toxic trait of the day. Okay. And so today's toxic trait of the day is one that I think a lot of people struggle with, but we don't talk about it enough. And before I even say it, let me just warn you, this conversation might get a little uncomfortable. Okay. So today's toxic trait of the day is what a lot of us do all the time without even knowing it. Keeping people around out of history instead of health. Let me say it again. Keeping people around out of history instead of health. Whew. Let's talk about it. One of the most emotionally draining things you can do is to continue to carry relationships that expired years ago, simply because of how long you've known somebody. A lot of people are maintaining connections based on memories instead of mutual growth, based on guilt instead of peace, based on what they feel is obligation instead of alignment. And somewhere along the way, we were taught that longevity automatically equals loyalty, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Just because somebody has been in your life for 10 years does not mean that they've been good for your life for 10 years. But some people have had access to you for years while simultaneously draining you emotionally, mentally, spiritual, and let's talk about it, financially. But because there's history, we keep making excuses. That's just how so-and-so is. We've been friends forever. That's family. We grew up together. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Meanwhile, you're slowly losing yourself, trying to maintain relationships that no longer or may have never poured back into you. And let's be honest, some relationships survive only because one person keeps tolerating disrespect. That's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Some people are not loyal, but they want you to be loyal to them. They are just familiar. And that's a difference. That's difference. That's the difference. Because loyalty comes with consistency. It comes with care. It comes with accountability. It comes with honesty, support, and it comes with you give what I'm giving you, mutual respect. Familiarity is just means they've been around a long time. And I think one of the hardest parts of healing is realizing that history can make toxic behavior feel normal. You get so used to being the strong friend, the available friend, the forgiving friend, the dependable one, that you stop recognizing when relationships become one-sided. I learned this a long time ago, over 10 years ago. You normalize being overlooked. You normalize carrying conversations. Always the one that's checking in first. Always being everybody's emotional support system while nobody notices that you're drowning. Nobody. Everybody, you are the go-to person. You pride yourself in being the one everybody calls when they need a friend. Everybody can always so easy to talk to Jackie. Jackie always know what to say. I just got to talk to you because I'm going through something right now and I need somebody to talk to. But what happened to me was when I needed that support, oh, I got to call you right back. Oh, I couldn't answer the phone because I was with so and so and so and so. Oh, girl, I can't talk to you about that right now. That'll drain me dry. But when you finally get tired, people act shocked. Now suddenly you change. No, baby. No, 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 no. You woke up. See, growth will make you reevaluate every single relationship in your life because healed people start asking different questions. Instead of, how long have we known each other? You start asking, how do I feel after interacting with this person? Do I feel drained? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel unseen? Do I feel used? Do I feel manipulated? Do I feel emotionally safe? Because everybody who has history with you is not healthy for you. And I know this is especially hard when it comes to family, church relationships, childhood friends, and long-term connections. Because people will use history to guilt trip you out of boundaries, to manipulate you, to gaslight you. They'll say things like, you forgot where you came from. Oh, you changed. You acting different now. Oh, you too good now. But let me tell you something. Growth requires change. Healing requires change. And if becoming healthier makes unhealthy people uncomfortable, that is not your burden to carry. That is not your cross to drag, honey. Sometimes the toxic trait is not just the other people. Sometimes the toxic trait is us continuously reopening doors God has already showed us were unhealthy. Come on, let's talk about it. That part right there. Some of us keep giving people access because we missed who they used to be or who we thought they were. Or how about this? We missed who we want them to become. Not because of who they consistently are and who they consistently show us they are. And grieving people who are still alive is a different kind of heartbreak because you remember the laughs, you remember the memories, the late night talks, the old version of the relationship. But eventually, we are going to have to accept when the relationship is surviving off nostalgia instead of nourishment. A lot of people stay connected to unhealthy relationships because they fear being alone. But loneliness and peace are not the same thing. Sometimes you feel more alone in unhealthy relationships than you do by yourself. And healing will teach you that protecting your peace is more important than maintaining appearances. Everybody cannot go into your next season. Not because you hate them, not because you're bitter, not because you think you're better. Although you are better than what you used to be. But because everybody is not assigned to where God is taking you. Some people only had a temporary assignment in your life. And keeping temporary people in permanent positions will emotionally exhaust you every time. Now, I want you to hear me clearly. This does not mean at all. Let me ban some people. This does not mean at all that you stop loving people. This does not mean that you become cold-hearted. This does not mean that you isolate yourself. It means you finally learn the difference between connection and access. Everybody can love you. without having unlimited access to you. That's maturity. And one thing I learned is this, and I've learned this over the last 10 years. Real love respects boundaries. Manipulation resents them. So if somebody gets angry every time you say no, every time you choose yourself, every time you create distance for your mental health, that reaction tells you everything you need to know. Because healthy relationships do not require self-abandonment. It does not. I need somebody to really hear that today. Healthy relationships should not cost you your peace. And yes, sometimes healing means grieving people that you thought would be in your life forever, because that hurts. It does. But forcing unhealthy relationships to survive, that's going to hurt you even more. So today's toxic trait of the day is keeping people around out of history instead of help. Hi, Maria. Hi, C. Lizzie 2244. Talk to me below. Have you ever outgrown a relationship that you thought will last forever? And if this message hit home for you, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, and come back soon for another toxic trait of the day. Have you ever outgrown a relationship that you thought would last forever? This is your girl, Dr. Jacqueline Cox, aka Listen Linda, and I will see you all in our next conversation. Love y'all like Christ loved the church. Hey, Ricky. Love y'all like Christ loved the church. I am out.